Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I will be the bearer of sad news. The final lap. Hey racers, we are truly grateful for your unwavering support. As a token of our appreciation, we've credited your account with 1,000 gold, an Audi S1 e-tron Quattro, and a 2023 Rimac Nevera. If you already own one or both of the cars, you will receive additional gold accordingly. Thank you for being part of our journey. Now, there are a few people in the chat. Welcome along, everyone. Let's go through what people are saying in the chat. So, Virtual Medical Doctor Ayaka says hello. Hello. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. They say, we have had a sad news. Real Racing 3 will be shut down on March 2026. Ozil enters the chat. Welcome along, Ozil. Says, hello, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. This is the end of Real Racing 3. March the 19th. The game will no longer be playable. They are giving everyone 1k gold, Audi S1 e-tron, and the Rimac Nevera car for free. Also 1,000 gold. Indeed, sir. I've got the news on screen. John enters his chat. No pink hand. Says, sad news, everyone. Indeed. Melvin Lee says, Real Racing 3, RIP. Well, I was wrong, wasn't I? I said it was a holding release. Apparently not. It's dead. Now, I don't know if it's going to be completely dead, as in after the March 19th, you can't play it at all, or whether it will remain playable. We'll have to look into detail on that. But yeah, sad news. John Rogers says, and NFS No Limits, i.e. Need for Speed No Limits, is no consolation. Well, no, because as far as I'm aware, that's just drag racing, which is boring. It's like CSR2. Boring. But hey, there we go. John, in response to me wondering where his pink hand is, waves his pink hand. Thanks, John. Much appreciated. Mr. Roffy131 says hello also. Hello, sir. Welcome along. Ozil goes on to say, I will delete the game in the week. Maybe I don't want to play anymore, knowing that it will end. I would buy a max out Bolide now and uninstall it. Toro Minder 011 says, farewell, Real Racing 3. Farewell. Mr. Ruffy 131 says, I already had the Audi and the Rimac and got 2,000 gold. Well, it looks like I'm going to get 2,000 gold. In response to Ozil, I'm probably going to keep on playing, and I'll look into the background when they say they're going to, is it a stopping of development or whether the game will cease to exist. Okay, somebody else enters the chat, speaks in a different language. Welcome along. Sorry I can't understand what you're saying, but welcome along. Stu Warner says, I am hoping someone will make a mod. There's literally years of content in this game. Indeed, there is. And Ozil responds by saying, no, they told in the official statement that March 19, all servers will be down and it will be unplayable, i.e. disappear as it never existed. They have mentioned it as if it had never existed. So they're turning the servers down. Okay, that'd be interesting. That might suggest the game is still available. But it does suggest there probably won't be a daily reward, which will be massively disappointing, and it will ultimately kill the game. So, Mr. Ruffy131 says, now the question is, what race and car should be raced? Well, let's just have a look and see what I've been credited. Yeah, 2,000 gold. There we go. Oh, good. Good. Is there news on Real Racing Through website? Let's have a look. Here we go. The final lap. Okay, let's bring that up. I'll bring that up on screen. And let's see if I can bring it up on Real Racing Free EA.com. Right, I think that's it. There we go. News. The final lap. Well, let me see if I can bring that up on screen. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There we go. Right. Right. Let me. There we go. Right. Right, so here's the information from EA.com. The final lap. We've made the difficult decision to sunset Real Racing 3. The game will be removed from the app stores. Oh, there we go. On December the 18th, 2025. It's as good as dead then. You can continue playing until March the 19th, 2026, at which point the servers will be turned off and you will no longer be able to access the game. All in-app purchases have been disabled starting today. You can use any remaining in-game currencies until March the 19th, 2026. It's as good as dead. The decision to retire from the race is an emotional one. No, it isn't. The last 12 years have been a remarkable journey, and we are grateful for all your love and support. So there we go. It is dead. DOA. On behalf of all our partners and the game team, thank you. Let's have a look then. What's happening and when? Here are the key dates. So today's date, they've delisted it in the App Store, so no further updates. And it does mean no new players. So in answer to, unfortunately, to the gentleman that asked the question, is it worth playing? I guess not. My answer from yesterday is different from what it is today. I'm afraid it isn't. Right, okay. What else we got? It'll be delisted from App Store and Google Play. So no new downloads can happen. Yep. As a token of appreciation, the final update will grant 1,000 gold and 2 cars equivalent to 1,000 gold. So if you own both those cars, you're going to get 2,000 gold. And then the other critical day, March the 19th, servers will shut down. After this, Real Racing 3 will no longer be playable. That'll be interesting if it actually isn't. I mean, obviously, what it means is if they are basically canning it, it will be interesting if you still get your daily rewards as well. And if there will still be adverts. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that. What does it mean that the game is delisted? Delisting means Real Racing 3 will no longer appear in the App Store or Google Play. If you've downloaded the game before, you can re-download it from the app library until March the 19th, 2026. So there we go. It does actually look as if March 19th, 2026 is the official day of death. So Melvin Lee says, I don't play Real Racing 3. Say goodbye. Fair enough. Fair enough, Melvin Lee. Blimey. How quickly we forget. Ozil says, no, they clearly said the game won't start at all. Yeah, after this, Real Racing 3 will no longer be playable. So what that tells me then is it also in the last update that came down, 14.0.1, they did basically a change to the load up where if it doesn't connect to the Real Racing servers, it doesn't load the game up. So I see a workaround there straight away. Ozil says, so I can blast out all the gold. Great. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to have some fun over Christmas and we'll use it as a way of saying goodbye. But what we now need to do is find an alternative game. And I've got no idea, because I don't think Need for Speed No Limits is a replacement in any way, shape, or form. Ayaka says, I hope we can play the offline mode. Well, it's this that worries me, what I'm highlighting on screen. After this, Real Racing 3 will no longer be playable. Now, what does that mean? Right, as I said, I reckon in the last update they've probably put a little capture in the startup of the game that says if you can't connect to after a given date, if you can't connect to the server, don't load the game up. It'd be interesting if you can still play it, because I mean, up to this point, you have been able to. How many times do people play in offline mode? The problem is if you're not getting any gold, there's no way of completing the completion. Right, so what else we got? What does it mean that the game is delisted? Right, we've done that. What happens to my purchases? Well, I've never made any, so I don't really care about that. So there we go. That's it. Game over. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you at some point in the future.